What up, people? A little bit of change in this video. Still doing the beard thing, but have had some life changes that have allowed me to be able to focus more time at home due to coronavirus, actually. And I'm spending a lot more time building up my workshop and doing some woodworking, just kind of dipping my toe into it. Something that's been a dream of mine since high school, and I'm 40 something. But it's been a long time I've been wanting to do this and have my own wood shop. So I've been playing a little bit, made a couple things. This was the very first thing I'd ever turned. It's since cracked, but this was an old 4x4 post that you put your porch up with. By just playing with it, learn how to use my tools, just made a lidded container. The pith was not strong enough, so that's why we've cracked. But that was something that was fun. That took quite a while because I was playing. It took at least a couple hours because I was playing with my tools, trying to figure out how to work them out on my lathe. Later that night, sitting out here, just can't get out of the shop now, which is wonderful. Turned another piece of 4x4 and ended up making a phone stand for it. I don't have another phone, but I'd show you. Just kind of sits in there at the perfect angle that I need for where I sit to avoid reflection. Thinking, man, whatever it takes to make it easier. Today I made my daughter, she's been begging me for a long time, her towel rack in her bathroom has been broken. It's just something that I've neglected, so I made her a nice shelf today. I might throw it in here, I might not. And just playing, don't have any major projects. I've got a couple of tools coming tomorrow, so I don't want to get involved too deep into a project. So just tonight, I picked up just a piece of scrap wood and just started playing around and decided I wanted to make my grandson a baseball bat, which is really kind of cool. Stands up. Anyway, just having fun, man. But the next project for me is something that I'm really excited about. I want to turn my first bowl. Now, I haven't turned anything serious or major. And I haven't turned anything out of hardwood yet. I'm just playing with pine and plywood, actually, which is coming. I want to turn a plywood bowl. And I hope to capture a bunch of that in this video, just in shots. But let me show you what I've been doing. So I took a bunch of several pieces of 3/4 inch select grade plywood and glued them together, sanded them down, got them prepped, glued them together, clamped them for 24 hours. Came out to a block. This was square. I just knocked the edges off to make it a little bit easier for me to turn. But what I want to do is I want to put this in the lathe just like this. And I want to turn this into a bowl or a container. I'm not sure where it's going to go, whether I'm going to flare the sides out or whether I'm going to cup them in. We just recently got some new bowl gouges I want to try out. So anxious to get a hold of this one. But hopefully, I hope to document some of that and at least the finished results and put it in this video. This is where we're at these days, man. Happy is everything. Be happy, do whatever it takes to be happy, and be nice to people. Stand by. We're coming right back with some updates. All right, so I'm super new at this. I'm super new at turning. For those of you in my folks that follow me right now for beard-related content, you may not know about this. This is a lathe. It's a wood lathe. You can turn spindles, bowls, plates, anything round. I think with this plywood piece, I'm gonna try to do a lidded candy dish. Now, I know that's probably a little advanced and I'll probably end up messing it up. But my last lidded piece, which was my very first piece ever, came off pretty good and I've got a good base. I got plenty of time, so I've got this in the lathe and it's ready to go. It's chucked up perfect, but I'm just going to make it round, and then I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this and kind of just give you peeks through the process until we get to the final and see if I actually get the lidded candy dish that I want. Anyhow, wish me luck. Here we go. break in the action. Man, I have really been enjoying myself lately, finally getting a break to figure out who I am other than someone that has to go somewhere to make a paycheck. Loved my job when I had it, got laid off to coronavirus. We're still good. We're still well good. We've got till the end of the year. Really enjoying this, man. I highly recommend if you have a hobby or a passion, do whatever you can to go reach that, because it's a ton of fun. I've not had this much fun in quite some time. It's 2 in the morning right now, and normally every other day of my life I'm in bed, but I'm in the shop and I'm playing. I don't have anything to do. Today is Father's Day. I'm having the time of my life. But anyhow, just checking in. We'll get back to the bowl here in just a minute. Might be a candy dish. All right. Little sawdust on the ground is a great thing. So we've been working on our plywood bowl, and I've got the majority of it done. Worked out pretty good. Got a little ridge in there I might need to work on. But it's nice and smooth. And for those of you that don't know, they might ask, what the heck are those dots? Those dots that you see here and here is a concoction of sawdust and super glue for a couple of spots where the material tore away. That's how you patch it. This is my first try at that. Heck, this is my first try at a whole lot of things, but so far, so good. Hope to show you the finished product. I may just finish it with CV glue, which is super glue I recently learned. It's just a fancy name for super glue. But yeah, that's it. So, sweating, in the shop, on my junk, having a blast. All right, floor is clean, so we must be into finishing. Got the bowl all the way done. Just got the tenon holding on. We got a couple of delaminations in there that I'm not terribly happy with, but after all, it's plywood. But it's coming out pretty much like I wanted it. Really wanted to do a lid, and I decided against that. Let me throw some light on this thing. That's really pretty to me. Anyhow, a couple more coats of shellac, maybe 4 or 5 more coats of shellac. After using tung oil, we're not using CV glue like I thought. Use some tung oil and some shellac. See how it works out. I'll come back and bring you the final. All right, so the drying process of the plywood bowl is taking a little bit longer than what I thought, and I'm extremely impatient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this bowl off tomorrow and get it off the lathe and remove the tenon right there, and then go ahead and finish out that entire bowl. Let's get a good spin. I mean, if you made it this long, get a good spin of that. I'm pretty happy with it. You may think it's silly, but I really do enjoy it. Thank you guys for hanging around and watching. I mean, if you can sit down and watch TV with all this political crap on it, if you can sit down and watch a 30-minute rant on some random stuff, you gave me 10 minutes, and I appreciate that. Anyhow, if you want to see a finished piece of this sitting on a shelf or something somewhere, just sitting off the machine, it'll be on my IG. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. Have a great one.